It taught me how to put my thoughts into what I do, and it taught me how like to become a man and everything. Because when I first went to Tulsa, I was confused. I didn't know nothing. I ain't had no career behind me, working dead end jobs. And by me going there, it made me feel more confident and to what I was doing. It took me 7 months to graduate from Tulsa Welding School. I mean, a career to where it take most people 4 years of college, and it took me 7 months. It changed my life around completely. It really did, because I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. And I had kids at home, and I seen a commercial one day, and I said, I'm finna call that number. And I called, and it changed my life. Okay, Tulsa Welding School changed my life around because I was working dead-end jobs, and by me going to Tulsa, it helped me further my career. But they also was happy for to see me go to Tulsa because they knew Tulsa was a great school for me to go to. After I graduated from Tulsa, it took me probably I'd say about 2 months to find a job. My favorite part about going to Tulsa Welding School was dressing up in the gear, putting on your helmet, your gloves, and you go into that lab and you smell hot metal, and just make you want to be like, yeah, I'm finna go weld. It just had fun. It's just all the way around fun. To me, it's fun. To me, it's a hobby. I don't look at it as a career because it's something that I always wanted to do growing up. I always wanted to be a welder, and then I went to Tulsa, and then I furthered that, so now I am a certified welder. I was up one late night eating a bowl of cereal. Just came from work from McDonald's, and the commercial came on TV, and I seen one of the students welding with his hood and the sparks flying, and then I said, yeah, I think I want to call that number tonight. And I called the number, then here I am now. A year later, graduated from Tulsa. I pretty much had a open mind because I already knew from the get-go that I really wanted to enroll in Tulsa and be a welder. So when I got there, it just made me be like, yeah, this is what I really want to do with myself. I met a lot of good friends. I met a lot of great instructors at Tulsa Welding School, and I'm thankful for them and all my classmates that went there with me. I think the training that Tulsa gave me was very helpful because most of the stuff that I learned from Tulsa is the same stuff that I use out there on the work field, basically as safety, coming prepared, being on time, and being ambitious about what you're doing. I see the diploma what I received from Tulsa taking me further in life than what I had previously been through. So I look at it as a stepping stone to where I could show my son that it's more ways than just being out here and just working dead-end jobs and just doing silly stuff. It's places where you could go and get an education and set your career up and set your life up for the longevity. Every day they ask me, how was it at Tulsa? I said, man, it was great. It was good hands-on training. You'll learn a lot from there, a lot. My favorite part at Tulsa Welding School was coming in every day with my gear on, helmet, and getting ready to work and know I'm finna come out here and practice on my career and my future. Yes, sir, it was a very changing moment. Because like I say, I was working dead-end jobs, McDonald's, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and I was living from paycheck to paycheck, and I didn't want to live paycheck to paycheck because I knew I had a 5-year-old son out there, so I had to sit down with myself and ask myself, what do I want to do with myself? And then that made me choose Tulsa Welding School. If I would have to tell somebody, I would tell them Tulsa Welding School is a wonderful school, a terrific school. If you like working with your hands, working outside, doing construction, building anything, Tulsa is the perfect school to go to further your career. Okay, if you like working outside, working with your hands, construction, building things, Tulsa is the perfect school to go to and further your career on that. If you like if you're tired of working dead-end jobs and you want a career, you want to travel, you want to see the world, make good money, have benefits, Tulsa is a great opportunity to come, learn hands-on training, welding, ship fitting, anything. Tulsa is just the way to go. What I get out of welding is the fun, like the energy and just that feeling of like being behind a hood and you got your torch in your hand and you just cutting or you just welding something together. It feels good because you know what you're doing. You're building something or you're fixing on something that's going to help the community or just help the world or something. Basically, it's just like you just building on something what you like to do. Because I like to work with my hands, so I look at it as like, this is fun. This is what I want to do. I want to build stuff. I just want to do something constructive with my time instead of just working somewhere or being somewhere where I'm not happy at. So at Tulsa, I was very happy because welding was just something I always wanted to do. My son was very happy because every day when I came home from school, he's always put on my hood and my gloves and be like, look, Dad, I'm a welder. I'm gonna be like you one day, Daddy. So that was like one of my pushes to like go to Tulsa and defend Tulsa because I knew my son was like really behind me, so I didn't want to let him down.
I am a Tulsa Welding School graduate. Actually, I was a welder prior to coming here, and it helped me to get the rest of my skills up that I needed in order to pursue a career in welding. Actually, I was a MIG welder prior to coming here for 5 years, and currently now I'm a MIG welder. Actually, it was a great experience. I was able to learn a lot of things that I hadn't prior to coming here, things that I missed out on. Actually, welding has been my passion since I graduated from high school. I made an opportunity to pursue it and finish it 2 times prior to coming here. And when I come here in April, I saw the commercial of Tulsa Welding School, 7 months, you can have a degree in welding. I figured that was perfect for me. You know, 3 times around, I finally got it. The demand is real high for welders. You have lots of different things being built, which requires welding, you know, like different bridges, different shutdowns and whatnot throughout the whole US of A. It only took me 7 months to get my diploma. Actually, I like it. It's the fusion of 2 pieces of metal together. That's my passion. I really enjoy doing it. You have to really want it in order to be a welder. It takes a lot of time, determination, and effort put into it. And if you do that, really you can get out of it what you put in it. Yes, it is rewarding. I've only heard good about Tulsa since I've been here. Yes, I made a lot of friends. Actually, I met a couple of friends from my hometown, where I'm actually from in Alabama.
Really?
I probably would tell them to think about pursuing a career in welding. They have a great place here in Jacksonville at TWS. It's only 7 months, and you can be a professional welder. It makes me feel good to know that I did something like that.
I'm a graduate, and I graduated in 2006 through Tulsa Welding School's welding program. It took me about 7 months to get my diploma. At that point, I was really struggling to find a career path, and I happened to see an ad, a commercial on TV, and I figured, you know what, let's get some education and figure out where it takes me, and here I am today. I was attracted to it because I'm a craftsman. I mean, I just love to build things, and to be able to get some experience, some documented experience behind that was, to me, was key. I'm passionate about building, I'm passionate about welding, and to be able to get some kind of education behind that was it for me. I was employed immediately after I graduated. Tulsa Welding School is pretty known here in Jacksonville, and as soon as I put that on my resume, I was picked up almost immediately. From the industry, most people know that there's a welding school and the standards that they're being trained to. Tulsa Welding School does have a great reputation here in Jacksonville, Florida. I think in general, there's people from South Florida up to the Carolinas in our industry that are recognized from Tulsa Welding School. It's cool in the fact that you could go to any industry, any fabrication shop, any shipyard, and they see the experiences that you have, and knowing that when somebody presents a project to you, you could tackle it. The instructors are great. I mean, very helpful. They are welders themselves, so they understand the importance of understanding the process from beginning all the way through the end and going beyond. I am currently a Regulatory Affairs and Quality Assurance Manager with the Ring Power Systems Division. Employees that come from TWS, we know that when they come in, they're coming with fresh ideas, new ideas, and they apply them to our industry. We know that once they've we know that once they come from the school, that they bring a particular set of skills that that fit our industry. We have a great relationship with Tulsa Welding School. Anytime we have a high demand for or a need for the employees, we always reach out to Tulsa. We're attracted to TWS because of who they are. Me being a graduate, knowing what they put their graduates through, and the standard that they hold their students to is what attracts us. But for the welders, you know, they come in at entry level, and really, if they apply themselves, then the sky's the limit for them. I mean, look at me. I started off, I was about the lowest you can get for a welder, and I'm second down on the chopping block. So, you know, if you apply yourself, really, sky's the limit with our company.
helped you?
Oh yeah. My career path I feel great about. I mean, and it all started with the TWS. And education and coming in this industry is key. It speaks volumes about you. You know, that's going to take you a long way. There's plenty of welders out there, but not too many of them have a certification. You know, if there's somebody looking to get in this industry, if they're passionate about using their hands and creating things, then you know, this is the way they want to go. You know, if you enter this industry, applying yourself, then really there's no limit to where it could take you. Like I said, I'm living proof. I mean, I applied myself, and here I am today. My kids are proud of me. I mean, I think they realize I've come a long way from the dirt and the dust to you know, to a suit and tie. But yeah, I think they're proud of me. I think that they've realized that you know, it's been a journey. The 8 years has been pretty fast, but I've been able to manage it, and through my family, they've helped me out a lot. So, since I've graduated from TWS, so many opportunities have presented itself. Specifically, my career, and you know, I'm able to help my neighbors now. Now that I have now that I can weld and have a particular skill set, and I have a craft. You know, I'm always helping family. I'm always helping friends, and just about all my neighbors. They always ask me if I could fix something for them. So it's really cool to be able to do that. But again, you know, since I've graduated, my career has just skyrocketed, and it's really whatever challenges I'm willing to take on, they're willing to put on me, and I contribute a lot of that to having an education. Feel good knowing that that there was a spark that started it all. And I took advantage of it. So it does feel good knowing that I was in control of that.
Working for a garage door company, did a little bit of welding there, and found out that I liked it, and called them a couple times and had a little bit of hesitation, and finally decided just to bite the bullet and join up. I love what I do. I go to work, I wake up every morning looking forward to going to work, seeing what new stuff I get to build. The instructors were very helpful, gave me their phone numbers if I ever needed anything. I enjoyed how much help they gave me. I got my first job 2 weeks after graduating. Have the credentials, definitely got my foot in the door. I got my job 2 weeks after graduating. Have and will recommend Tulsa Welding School. Some of my coworkers, I've actually recommended them to go to get the fundamental skills to be in my industry. To get started, all you have to do is call Tulsa. They'll set you up, and once you get in the school, they'll give you all the training and teach you how to go find a job out there. Welders are definitely going to be around for a while. There's definitely a demand for them. I'm motivated to go home, build different bird cages and go-karts, and it helps with my hobbies too. Boss allows me to bring my son up to my work and build stuff I'm trying to teach him. Not only do you have the instructors helping you, you have your classmates helping you. A lot of the jobs are across the country. I know Texas, Washington State, anywhere where there's a port is definitely hiring. There's jobs everywhere across the country. You pick a state and you can find a job welding. Welding is essential to pretty much everything. I mean, to build buildings, automobiles, oil rigs, pipelines, I mean, railroad tracks, railroad cars, everything that transports anything across the country. After going to Tulsa Welding School, it definitely gave me a career path, gave me stability to provide for my son, to give him the things that I wasn't able to have when I was younger.
I graduated late 2012, early 2013. Instructors were excellent. Like, I wouldn't ask for any better teachers than what I had at Tulsa Welding School. They interacted with every student. Well, I at least know for myself that, you know, they did their best to interact with people, you know, so the fact that I was kind of like one of the ones that always has my hand up, like asking a question and not being said, well, you ask too much questions, or you always asking me to come in your booth. That was kind of like a cool. I love working with my hands. I heard through a friend that recently enrolled into the school, And he was like, man, I know you were trying to do your welding thing. Like, if you come to the school, I think it'd be more helpful to you because I know what you told me, the kind of schooling that we had back at home. Like, there's a place here at Tulsa Welding School, well, in Florida, that if you can spend 7.5 months on learning, you know, everything that you need to learn. And I was like, well, I need that because I want to, you know, have a future. And at Tulsa Welding School, you're working with your hands since day one. Here at Tulsa Welding School, the fact that you would be able to work with your tools and all the machines from day one was a great experience to have. Sky's the limit when it comes to welding. I just want to take it as far as possible. So a lot of tools that I'm gonna have, I want to be able to say, well, I made those tools and this is what I do. Like, I just don't want to just weld. Like, I want to go back to the beginning of welding and speed it up to where, you know, meshing all it together to where you can see why it's significant to have these kind of tools around, because you still have these kind of tools laying around to the day that seems like they're never worn out, and you got tools that are made by technology that are up to date that don't even last that long. So the fact that I'm able to make some kind of tool that would last you, you know, almost to where you could pass it down to your grandkids is kind of significant to me.
Yes, I am a Tulsa Welding School graduate. I graduated about close to 2 years now. Working in security in New York in the airport, and I always used to see the commercials on TV, so I kind of thought that was real intriguing. So I picked up the phone and called and spoke to one of the people down here, and then before you know it, I was down here. If I want to further my education, I want to get a trade. I want something that's going to stay with me, you know. I want to be able to take my trade wherever I want to. As far as just going to college and learning out of a book, it is good, you know. It's not for everybody, though. I felt as though, like, I was the person that want to have a trade that could just stay with me until I get old, you know. Never had welding experience. Like, I was real worried about would I even be able to graduate, let alone get down there, you know. But they reassured me that, you know, we're gonna all teach you the same, whether you may be in a class with people that do have welding experience and want to further their welding experience, or if you just know nothing, they all teach us the same. So it's like we all move at the same pace, and it's easy to catch on as long as you pay attention. Because once you gain the experience, it's no telling where you can go. You can go anywhere in the United States and get a job welding. You can go anywhere in the world and get a job welding, because there's welders everywhere, from Afghanistan to Canada to Mexico. I mean, it definitely is good paying depending on where you go. I mean, you know, some places pay more than others, but you will be able to take care of yourself and your family, which is always important at the end of the day. I mean, some jobs are higher paying, but at the same time, some people have families and they can't just get up and go to where that higher paying job is because it's expensive to relocate. But for a single person that's, you know, doesn't have any kids, oh man, it's a lot of money out there for you to get. I mean, if you're not afraid of traveling, it's definitely a lot of money you can get. When I was in school, my class, they was pretty cool. You know, it was kind of like a family really, because everybody got along so well. Everybody tried to help each other out. You know, after school, you know, after dodging burns all day, you know, we go out and play basketball or something like that, or have a barbecue. I mean, everybody's class different, but our class was kind of, you know, close-knit. It was real cool with each other. So, I mean, it made the journey through school a lot easier, a lot better. Because, I mean, even though you have your instructor there and your instructor will help you as much as you can, there'll be those students in the classes that just catch on quick and you're like, wow, and those will be that people that help you too.